guess the restream's working today. Drink a little tea today, welcoming Sister Jules, Rhonda. I had some time today. Bonjour. I swear I felt you coming. Well, you're right. I was doing Amazon delivery, but today, the universe says, no, you're gonna go online. Sometimes when you go to deliver Amazon, there's no packages, so they just still pay you, and then you do whatever you want. And so, I run home and live stream. Because I'm trying to be productive, you know what I mean? I don't like it when there's a part of my day that I'm not productive. It's like, do something, damn it. Just a little black tea. This is from Harney and Sons. Not to promote, but it's called Canton Honey Black. This is what I've been drinking to balance my energy, because I have a lot of feminine energy, and this tea makes sure that I don't go too far to too much feminine, because I like to be graceful, but it's not useful to be graceful all the time. You gotta be sassy sometimes, so the sass comes from the caffeine. Yeah, I've been drinking this brand for a long time because they know what they're doing. And it's fresh. I mean, holy. Because I think they sell so much tea that all their tea is fresh. I mean, there's been once or twice where it wasn't, but they tell you. You could tell when the teas are on discount. This is in the moment. What brand? I don't really want to promote the brand, but it's Harney and Sons, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to promote, but it's good. It's good and affordable, because a lot of these tea connoisseurs, they're like, because it's quality tea, we're gonna up the price. How can I contact with you? You contact with me right now, what's up? Many people trying to connect with me offline. Sometimes I don't respond, so don't get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? I respect and love you, but I'm saying I don't have to. Talk to me live, It protects me and you. That's why. Because there's a lot of fakers I realized to prevent the fakers, just do everything live, everything's clean and clear. The scammers trying to use me to make money, which is like an honor, because it means that you have impact. Where can I find your number? My number is NOW. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Welcoming. Thank you, David, the educated hiker. Yeah, because I constantly look at teachers on here. I study the teachers on here and see what they're doing. And a lot of it is business. And I'm just grateful that I don't have to do the business route, which is called spiritual business, also known as just business. Let's do a little, just relax first. Thank you, Bundy. Thank you for all the blessings. My TikTok guru, Tanet. Yes, it's with a H. Thanet. Yesterday was the first time we reached over 1,000 viewers, which I thought would be. And when I get on, I don't expect any viewer count. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess this is working. You know what I'm saying? Every little milestone is a sign, okay, what you're doing is reaching people. But make sure you find a balance between a high viewer count and quality knowledge, wisdom, and connection. Because if you chase the viewer count, you may disconnect with authenticity. Because people just want you to be quiet and play the flutes, which I love the flutes. But who I am and what makes me happy is doing what my heart feels, and also connecting with you and engagement, right? Because doing what you love, engaging, and it grows. Because you can do what you love, but it's not engaging. But if you do what you love, it's engaging and entertaining, and it grows, you got the Holy Trinity. So, of course, it requires a lot of sacrifice, because I was looking at many other healers and card readers, and a lot of them was like, yeah, just learn tarot, make money. But I remember my master never charged me. I tried to make money from card reading, but it didn't fall. I couldn't do it. I don't know, like something didn't feel right. I felt the authenticity missing because it was energy exchange. There was a condition which made me decide, you know what? This is not for me. There's a better way. But of course, it required me going deep and realizing, why the hell would I charge people if my own teachers did? Now, some of my teachers in the past did, but my main master and teacher doesn't. He said, do what you love and the money will follow. But don't chase the money. Because if you chase the money owns you and you don't own yourself. I'm like, word? When the money's low, you think something is wrong because you follow the money. When the money's high, you go, yippee, see, I'm rich. And then you forget God, you forget the community. I know there is something that changed. What do you mean by that? Yes, we gotta change the vibes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Bundy, and thank you, Trina Epps. Thank you, everybody. Amanda here. How can I relax and release my anxiety? I'm my own teacher and welcome, Andrea. The way you have to realize anxiety, it comes from your mind. You have a mind, you're not the mind. You have a body, you're not the body. In the moment, everything is perfect. When it's not perfect, it's because you perceive it not to be. But if you get and you step back away from perception and just enjoyment and being, your mind starts to have space and it relaxes and anxiety begins to melt away. But it requires you having discipline to remember, I'm feeling stressed right now because today at work, it was kind of chaotic. And if you know your work is chaotic, you have to practice something that relaxes you, like going to walk in nature, talking to your dogs and cats. I talk to the cats and dogs all the time. You know why? Because it's in the moment, right? And when you talk to the cats and dogs and animals, they love it too. So everybody wins. Cat and dog win, human win. And then when you pet the cat and dog, some people, you make your animals sick because you transfer your energy to them. Because you don't learn to be present. You're just like, and they're like, but here's the secret. The cats and dogs, when they pick up your energy, at the end, what do? They do the shaking motion. Like, ew. But when they like it, they just do one little shake because they're like, it's love. But when they shake a lot, they're like, ew, human. I still love you, but you. Cats be like walking crystals, eh? Shout out to that comment, man. I agree with that. There's many walking crystals, you know what I'm saying? Cats, dogs, birds, or they can be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find, if I can not sure how I can view myself so I can pin some comments. I don't know how to pin comments. Just to be honest with you, okay? Still don't know how to do that. Go to live. Oh, yeah. Anyways, do you have a moderator? Because they can pin for you as well. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll tell Bundy. If I say we should pin that comment. Okay, so if whoever is here all the time, Bundy. And then after a while, just unpin him. Let's see, Killian says, I didn't do my work. Press and hold. If they hear you replied. Yeah, because they're not making it so like. Anyways, no big deal. Killian on Twitch says, I didn't do my work And now I can't even attend my brother's wedding. I need to wake up real bad. I'm sipping this thing called Cantonese honey black tea. Delicious. I love this stuff. You can't drink too much though, because then you get too giddy. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. How can I get balance from bipolar? You have to practice the art of meditation, awareness, and mindfulness. When you're moody and you're pouty, your mind is moody and pouty, but you don't have to take action from mood and poutiness. You can watch it come and go. But people who, when you're not disciplined in that practice, when your mind is moody and pouty, then you take action. We all have emotions that come that are weird, that are like dark sometimes, but don't take them seriously. And if they come constantly, they're trying to teach you something. Before you can figure out what it's trying to teach you, you have to learn to be present first. So you have to learn to be an observer before you can be a scientist. Before you can study why these thoughts come, you have to learn to just watch the thoughts. So start with the observer, and then you want to learn to eventually learn to analyze. Because if you analyze but don't know how to stop analyzing, you just think too damn much all day, and that is unhealthy to just be in your head all day. You know what I'm saying? And so this is why the prerequisite to healing work and to healing yourself and healing others is to learn to just be. This is why you say, stop. Breathing in. Slowly out. I'm narrating what's in the moment. Breathing in. Slowly out. Breathing in. Slowly out. You see, it's all here and now. So when you actually do it with me, you're practicing mindfulness and meditation without needing to all right, it's my meditation time. If you can have your own meditation time, shout out to you, man. You're doing your work, okay? The mic quality is making me act up. What mic quality? Is it peaking or what? And so we oh, okay. Good, I'm glad the mic quality is here. So when I'm here with you, I'm not doing random stuff. I'm teaching you how to proactively be present. Right. Every micro muscle that you see me doing, moving my hands, right? The way I'm sitting, everything is, I'm aware. When the energy in the stream is unaware, what do we do? You see me instantly. They're going crazy up in there. But I use sassiness because I'm making a statement. Instead of all right, everybody's in their damn head, instead I just go, breathing in and out. So I'm doing this theater, but that theater is the art of teaching mindfulness by doing it. Instead of you should do this and that, this is really boring, and that's what I grew up learning. Okay? But of course you need that, but this is the more you could say this is the more like engaging way to teach mindfulness. And Thich Nhat Hanh does this. As we sip the cup of tea, you see the water, the farmer, the soil, the sunlight, the moonlight, the air. You simmer the taste of the tea. When you drink the tea, make sure your pinky is up because we must learn to practice a little sass. Okay, this is optional, okay? I know, I get it. Some of y'all still judging yourself, okay? Stick it, right? Pinky up loud and proud. My pinky up, I'm always poking my eye. You know why? I'm proud with the pinky up. Well, Rhonda says, you going with me to my all begin apart. And he don't even know. What is OBGYN? You want me to start clearing energy? Oh, okay. Baby sonograph. Thank you for that, because I don't know. Can I ask, please? Yeah. Yes. This is a time to ask your questions. Thank you for all the blessings again. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the support. How do you feel about anxiety being a superpower? How do I feel about it? I mean, if you like anxiety, are you sure you like it? You know what I mean? Some people say they're happy. Some people think they're happy, but they don't even feel love within their own heart. Think about that. They think they're happy, they say they're happy, but they don't even know what love feels like because they never go deep enough to just be with love. That's why people are into labels now. We label as love, but behind that label, sometimes we don't even know what is love. We think it's romantic love, and then we get heartbroken. We think it's plant medicine, but it comes and goes. But what if it's as simple as and throughout your day, somebody asked earlier, is it tiring to always be aware? In the beginning, it was very tiring because my mind would always take me away from the moment. But as you begin to practice for years, it becomes your nature to be present, and you watch the mind try to take you away, and you go, here it comes. I know that person cut you off. You're calling him an a-hole in your mind. It's okay, don't take it seriously. Keep going. But in the beginning, you're just like, bam. In the past, sometimes you give them the middle finger. Watch where you're going. Bam, bam. And then you don't pay attention. You gotta slam on your brake. You go, dang, it was that guy. see our own responsibility. Just easier to blame people, blame the government, blame your parents, blame your ex-husband, blame your ex-wife, blame the ants, the roaches, the moon. Is this witchcraft? Depends on what's witchcraft to you. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me no more. Oh, what is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Dum, 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 dum. Could you sing the full song now? I'm just here to connect with you, engage with you. The whole song would be like, nah. How do you forgive yourself for past mistakes? If you knew better, you would have done better. You make mistakes because you were not educated, you lack wisdom, and you took action from ignorance. And the way to forgive yourself is be an amazing person, and a loving person, a supportive person. Looking down on yourself, you ain't helping nobody. But becoming a better person and being a useful person and helping your brothers and sisters and people, and right, positive energy is good for the world. The negative energy is here to teach you something. Because if people knew about love and practice love, they wouldn't take hateful actions. But we take hateful actions because there was an absence of wisdom, there was an absence of mentorship, because sometimes we grow up with people who are haters. Because why? That's the best that they know. That's why I'm on here teaching people for free. There is no community to link in the bio or Patreon. Like, why can't we just help people fiercely now and help right now? Because in these deep conversations, we're all learning something. Right? That question taught hundreds of people, but we're waiting to be mentored privately one-on-one from some teacher who are there to make money from us. And that's why TikTok is the way it is. Don't help them. Don't give them everything. Throttle the information so that we can make $50 from that interaction. Right? Don't just give them all the information. So if society is taking hateful actions, well, I mean, when society is a lot of people. The saying society take people who are ignorant and lack and don't have compassion take hateful action. Can't my mind and soul, my body feel that? Yes, haters gonna hate, but are you just gonna also carry the hate they throw at you, or are you gonna be the change? Will you just continue being the hate? Right? If somebody throws fire at you, you get angry, you throw fire back. Who's gonna show compassion? Who's gonna practice love when many people is just practicing an eye for an eye makes everyone blind? We choose love when it's difficult. Some people are yelling peace with hate in their heart. Peace, peace, we need world peace. Like, ew. You want peace, but your energy is the opposite. How the hell are you promoting it? But people don't know better. And that's okay. everyone has a time in their life where we were very immature. We want to blame the system, blame our mama, blame our daddy. Blame. But everything's still the same. Which is why many people will end up just talking about esoteric things like chakra systems and the afterlife and angels and all these things, right? Because why? It's interesting. It's mind-boggling, but your life's still the same. You just talk about some angels, philosophy. Your life's still the same. You just talk about how I have power. The amount of people on TikTok talking about how I have power. I have power. I have gifts and powers. I have gifts and powers. Just scroll through the spiritual TikTok on here. I have gifts and powers. I have gifts and powers. Okay, what is you doing? What's an action that you're doing to help humanity? Because I see a lot of panels on here talking about I have gifts and powers. But I don't see them uniting people and sharing knowledge that helps people connect to themselves. But I have gifts and powers. You have gifts and powers. Okay, now what? Where's the practicals? We're not practical. We're being so philosophical, but the discipline and the practice is missing. But we're talking about clairvoyance and clairaudient and all these cute, like, what do you call, like these words, right? That people are like, oh, I resonate with that because it's marketing. It's marketing. Link in the bio. My students, my clients, right? My clients. When I hear my clients, I already know. Oh, that's TikTok. That's TikTok spiritual. My clients. But that's okay. That's just what's here. What's missing is the community, my brothers and sisters. That's why I don't, like, when I see y'all, I don't think, how can I get y'all to be my clients? Ew. Let me clear that real quick. Ew. It's so disconnecting from, like, the peer energy. Like, when you do peer energy and you go, my clients. Ugh. Imagine if Jesus said, my clients. Imagine if Buddha goes, I have my clients to go visit in India. Like, ugh. If you want a reading, if you want a healing, $111. Imagine if Buddha said that. Ooh. And so the thing, here's a secret. They're not even gatekeeping. They use the word gatekeeping. It's just ego. The trigger is all these. It's like a sugar pill that they're promoting to you, and then they put money. All right, now catch words. But again, hey, shout out to the brothers and sisters who are doing this work, because at least they're doing their best to help people, and they also get a lot of money. But at least they're doing at least positive, supportive work. You know what I'm saying? So we're just I'm just here to express there's a standard to it. Conditional love, which means I help you, you give me money. Unconditional love, it shows my brothers and sisters. I feel joy in my heart and I would like you to feel it too. The end. Bro, what about the money part? No. The end. Bro, what about the money part? What about helping people without thinking money part? I got mouths to feed. There's other ways to do it. If you can keep the work pure, your energy rises. But if you begin to make it conditional, you limit the vibration flowing through you. Stop judging people. I got mouths to feed. But look, I'm giving them a $5,000 value for just $200. Limited time offer, buy one get one free. Link in the bio, everything must go. If you don't have 200, I'll take 100. It's fine. Just message me. Just 100. You don't have 100? How about you have 50? Oh, you got 50? Okay. Okay, it's just limited time offer. Okay, don't tell anybody. Just 50 is fine. I'll take it. Oh, you don't have. You only got 20. Ugh. Damn. Fine, I'll take 20. Don't tell anybody, okay? I'll take 20. I'll take 20. Damn, the power of manifestation not working today. Do they know my value? Do they know my worth? Am I worth just $20? Right. Abraham Hick told me like now I'm $20. We started at 200. Now I'm 20. I'm worth more than $20. That's how they sell it nowadays. Are you here to serve God? Or your ego? I got mouths to feed, that's why. Do your thing, boo. I make these criticisms because it's a teaching that's hard to hear and nobody wants to hear it. That's why I don't always say this all the time. I don't always say this stuff, but most people won't say it because they don't know how to deliver it in a way that there is positive energy. Isn't that the lesser of evils? I mean, it's better to have spiritual merchants and interested clients than apathetic people. Spiritual merchants. No, let's not call it spiritual merchants. Let's just call it merchants with ego, right? They're using spirituality, which is an ego, right? Which is more trendy, right? That's like, people who are interested in, right? It's just sales. but we're using the image of spiritual people, the boho clothing, right? Organite crystals and copper wrap thing, and they're missing the whole. It's good marketing, right? It's great marketing. So that's why when I see the word spirituality merchants, it's the lesser of two evils. Let's just practice. I come from that world. Spiritual business. I mean, I've experienced it in my life because you know why? It's cool to see an aura photography of yourself. It really feeds your spiritual ego for you to see the color of your aura. But the beautiful part is that it inspires you to stay on the spiritual path. Crystals are so beautiful, it inspires you to stay on the spiritual path. Because in the beginning, you do need more of the external things because it's beautiful. Beautiful things inspire you because sometimes you don't realize the beauty is within. The beauty is beyond the external perceptions of things. That when you feel beautiful, you can speak it, you can sing it, you can smile it, you can walk with that energy, and you become the crystal, you become the singing bowl. So it's not saying that spirituality, materialism is bad. It's bad when you need it to be happy. Because if you need the external to be happy when you don't have the external, then you become unhappy. It's like many people, they need the sage and the smudge to clear their energy, but they don't realize you could sage and smudge yourself just through practice and devotion. But that's a more mature development. In the beginning, we need the sage and smudge because, again, as we begin to mature, we realize we are the thing we're looking for. We are the cleansing. So the rituals work, the ceremonies work, but every breath is a ceremony beginning and ending at the same time. such a beautiful. When you practice and you realize the most sacred part of your life is always just now, because it's all we have. In theory, in philosophy, there is no future and past. In the spiritual understanding of now, that's all we have. When we introduce our mind, yes, there's the future and the past, which exist in the mind. In the spiritual reality where we don't use this, there is the moment. So when you feel happy in a moment, then and your energy is good, then you can create a positive vision of the future, and you can perceive the past in a more positive light. When in the beginning we perceive our trauma and what they did to us from a painful way, when we come from a peaceful and loving place, we begin to see the lessons where we were abused in the past, and we understood there's a lesson that happened. But when we're not mature enough, we're just gonna think sadness and pain, sadness and pain, sadness and pain. But as we begin to raise our vibration, our chakras naturally open without us just sitting there and prying open our chakra, like, open the heart, open sesame. Cute. As we forgive, as we become more peaceful, as we have compassion and patience, we naturally open. In the beginning, I would sit there and try to open third eye. I feel the pressure. But then again, because nobody taught me, I just followed the internet. I followed YouTube on opening your third eye. But then my master goes, I'm gonna go open your third eye. And I was like, I thought it was open. And what he taught me was something beyond this thing. When you try to open your third eye, you use your mind. But when you stop trying to open the third eye and you let the universe open it for you, when you let the universe lend you its third eye, it's not your third eye. But then again, when you start saying all this, it's not profitable. I thought I needed a guru to open it. For $10,000? What? And so that's the gatekeeping. The reason why the mentorship and the apprenticeship takes so long is because it requires commitment, consistency, and devotion. And most people, they just want the knowledge and do it in their own way. Which is why many people develop this thing called spiritual ego. They think their third eye is open. And so we make up what we believe is the third eye opening. And then we begin to act spiritual. We begin to act guru. We begin to create fantasy about third eye and crown chakra opening. And that's part of the journey too. That's why because that's part of the journey, right? Because you have to eventually, like, if you come to a conclusion where, like, you think you know everything, check your damn ego. If you have come to the conclusion that you think you have figured it out and you know everything, humble yourself and realize you don't know. No one knows. That's the beautiful part. When I noticed the quote spiritual ego, I was blown away, like, look at you again. Yeah. But part of the journey is having a spiritual ego because you're trying to figure this thing like enlightenment, awakening out, right? And the more you become open, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But of course, there's a lot of, whenever I'm sharing with you this knowledge and sharing with you this truth, it's going against so many TikTok gurus and teachers on here because it leads to a Patreon. It leads to making money. And when you start sharing stuff like this that help people step back and see from a more expanded view, it's a threat to people's business because they're here for business. Many people are using spirituality to make business, right? And that's fine. So I'm aware that there's going to be resistance because I'm in TikTok spirituality. Okay. And I'm aware there's going to be people who will, trolls and haters because that's the damn internet. You got the gift, everybody has the gifts. And we're all beautiful. We got the power within already. We just have to get out of the way and remember to be grateful on a daily basis. And so, yes, there is a lot of conditional loving community on here. Conditional love is still love, but it's just limited. So this is why I'm sharing with these truths that can seem controversial or, criticizing. It's really hard to explain the difference between conditional love and unconditional love and come off as compassionate, because so many people are charging money for knowledge and healing. And to make the point of unconditional love and the energy, it requires a lot of discernment, clarity, effort. Because if you don't say it at all, then you're not teaching people. There's no sharing of what's the difference. And many people can get offended because their dream is to make money doing card readings and sound baths. And when you start telling people, just help people and don't think about the money, it's like kind of going against what is being taught in the Western spirituality of things, where there is a lot of money to be made. And so when you start off, presenting knowledge and wisdom that's going against what the mainstream spiritual trends are, it can seem very criticizing, because some people's dreams are to make money, and that's why we got TikTok spirituality. The viewer wants to live in the dream offered. All they do is agree to it. And so I'm offering something different. Europe, yeah. People are running programs, history, environment, upbringing, they're stuck. And again, I'm aware that the message of unconditional love in TikTok spirituality, people, you don't really hear that word much, unconditional love, in the community, because they're charging money for the love they're offering. Right, so it's really difficult to talk about it because there's condition. Right, and so I pay attention to the people who do just help people. I even try following people for a while to see their energy. And that's the best they know, because why? That is their dream. Conditional love is their dream. Right? Some people's dream is conditional love. And so when you're when you start talking something that helps him step back, it's okay. Hey, let's go. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta. Let's see, I think more so people equate money with safety and insecurities with lack. Yes, here's the thing, we're so damn spoiled nowadays. We need much more to be happy. But when are we going to teach people that you could be happy with less? That message is not good for TikTok, being happy with less. Everyone knows that, but we're still addicted to more. because that's what's being taught. It's okay to get more, but make sure you're happy with less. And the main part is that some of us, we have a lot of things that we can't even afford or maintain. It's like getting the newest BMW, but if anything happens to that damn car, you can't fix it. Like if you buy a BMW and you get a flat tire, man, you have issues, because while our ego wants to have a luxury car, but what makes our life balance is a damn Honda. What makes our life balance is a Toyota, until we grow enough to be able to maintain the life that we have. They can get that life, but they can't maintain it. You can get a girlfriend, but you can't maintain the relationship, and that's why you ain't getting married. You don't learn to have patience, but they just want a girlfriend. They want a boyfriend, but you don't even know how to have a healthy communication and work things out and push through, because y'all just won't get it in. That's the human nature. Are you saying the way you do things is better? I'm saying the way I do things brings me deep happiness. Not better. Because some people, like in the past, I just wanted sex. Because I was immature. So when I get sex, that was great. But as I begin to be more mature, I realized I was just looking for happiness within, thinking that it's coming from the hanky-panky, spank-the-manky, right? And so at each level, like in the past, I was addicted to video games. So why would I stop playing this? My life is great with video games. But as I realized that video games were distracting me from my own life, the TV was distracting me from my life, I started to cut out a lot of TV, right? I cut out a lot of distractions in my life, so that I stopped playing video games. Why? Because instead of spending a lot of time playing video games, I started thinking, how can I use my life for me to feel more fulfilled? I could be playing video games and doing other stuff right now, but instead, I'm live streaming, engaging with you and talking to you. I don't have to be here for free. I could start charging money and stuff, but it doesn't fulfill me. And so I just follow this thing called fulfillment and service, altruism, helping my brothers and sisters, because it's the right thing to do. It restores faith in humanity, that you're helping them without charging money, that you're feeding the homeless, that you're picking up trash when people are just walking by, that you care about the earth when many people don't even have the mentality to care. Because why? They're in pain. People who are in pain and sadness, oftentimes, why would they care about the environment when their internal environment is in pain? And the opposite can be true too, that sometimes we're in so much pain that we'll fight for our politics and Mother Earth because inside is painful. It's the same of two extremes. That inside, we're sad, we're in pain, and we don't want to see that. So we just put a Band-Aid on it, light the Jamaican herb, drop a little Mushroom Kingdom. This is why I don't respond to political things, because why? That's for other communities and other streams. In here, breathe in, slowly out. And that's why the energy is clear. How do you let go so easily? Years of practicing. So it's not easy in the beginning, but after about 1 year of practice, it gets easier. Because when you begin the practice, you become a practitioner for life. Like, there's no like, all right, I'm gonna just stop being mindful and stop being aware. As you become more seasoned and practice, then you start to, now that you're aware, use your mind, use your life to help people, to inspire people, to uplift people. Because many people are unaware, so you can use your presence to help them be aware. And then this is why throughout the whole stream, what do? Breathing in, slowly out. I am a teacher on Insight Timer. But they're not hungry to develop. They're comfortable to develop. When you become comfortable on your spiritual path, get out of the comfort zone. Being on TikTok is difficult. That's why many spiritual teachers who have like the knowledge don't want to be here, because it's difficult to be. It's noisy. People ask tons of questions, so you have to super pay attention and make sure the energy is harmonizing, because it can be draining if you're not disciplined. Right? The amount of questions being asked, trolls, politics on here, and many other spiritual people, and a higher higher traffic makes it more. You have to be sharp. On Insight Timer, there's not much traffic on there. But it's a very grounded space. It's too sterile. That's why. But the thing is, I will be returning to Insight Timer. But you need to schedule a live stream time 2 days ahead before you could live stream on Insight Timer. Let me repeat that. To live stream on Insight Timer, you have to schedule 48 hours ahead, which is quite inconvenient and why I'm not on there right now. my name on there, thanettaout. Once I have a better flow, YouTube is good for chilling. Because why? It's a space where, because you can listen in the background and stay on, right? When you're on YouTube, it's a good place. It's like more podcast style of listening. When you're on TikTok, all these comments and things popping up. Yeah, so that's why I'm showing love to, on Twitch, it's the middle ground. People ask questions, people comment. There's brothers and sisters who like Brother Huma here, and many people who have been with me for years. So this is why I'm looking at so many chats and doing my best to engage. You know what I'm saying? So again, but I'm not here online to serve because I'm not looking for it to be easy, because that would be boring for me. Which is why I eventually decide what really the universe told me, you should go check out TikTok. And I was like, universe, I'm stuck at 353 followers and I don't know how to grow. And what did the universe say? Try a little bit more. So I went on YouTube and I studied how to grow your TikTok channel. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to do my best to make it work. And the only changes I did, I was posting too much on TikTok. And the AI doesn't like it when you post too much. So I deleted all of my spammy posts and I posted 3 to 5 videos a day. Within a week, the numbers rose. I was like, no way. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Brother Huma. Thank you for your... And so once I got to about 900 followers, I was able to live stream. And I'm like, yay, live stream. In the first live stream, 1,000 followers, 1,000 new followers. I'm like, I've been working so hard to get to 1,000, and the first live stream, the universe bless you with 1,000 followers. And you're like, what is going on? It's like, no, I think it was like 200, 300, and then the next stream was like, it's very, imagine like you're just like, how do you make it work? Yeah, 6 per day is a maximum. And so I just adjusted, and it worked. And here I am with you. So I'm just sharing with you the process so that maybe you can grow too. So I'm telling you everything so that you can also do your work online, on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, wherever you are. We need you, okay? We need you to do your thing. If you do card reading, if you support people, get on and practice and do your calling, because teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, this is why I'm sharing with you all the details about the numbers. Like I'm not sharing the numbers because I'm trying to make my ego big or whatever. I'm sharing with you the numbers to inspire you that you can do it too, because the numbers means result, and result means that you can reach more people. And if you can reach more people, you can share more love. And that's what really matters. And that's why I'm sharing with you the whole process so that you can help out. Because the future, like this is the future. Like, yes, I would like more people to gather in person, but as we have more authentic communities online, people will meet in person more because we feel and we have found communities and we have a network of loving and supportive communities online that leads to in-person connection. So I'm not just doing random stuff. I'm here with a calling purpose, with a vision, and it's not my vision. The universe shows you a vision and you decide, do you want to do your thing or or the universe shows you something and you go, how the hell am I going to get there? Surrender. Yeah, connection. Absolutely. Genuine connection is the word. Because you can have connection that's $40 sound bath every time. $40 sound bath. Golly, right? Some people will pay for it. Hey, shout out to those people. But the whole vision is, imagine every Sunday in every major city, there's people doing sound healing in their local park. And we all do it. Imagine in Germany on Sundays, there's people doing sound healing for free at the park. Imagine somewhere in California, in Colorado, free sound bath. Because nowadays, everything is like, why would you do it for free? Well, you can be open to donations. You can charge people on other days, but at least do some free stuff to restore faith in humanity, that spiritual people aren't just doing it for money, that these gurus are not just trying to scam people because they're trying to make a buck. Because that's the reputation in spiritual communities now, because that's what's happening, right? In the UK, we have free yoga. Beautiful. And so the work's beginning. But wouldn't people value it more when they have to pay? What we're teaching people is that the value is beyond money. And when you take the money out of it, it keeps things pure. When there's money involved, something's going to corrupt it. My money, your money. Right? But when it comes from a pure place, right, the money that we get from doing free sound bath, we reinvest it in getting new instruments instead of going on a vacation with it. You know what I'm saying? We get the money and we get new instrument for our brother's new drum so that we can do a better sound bath. We get better speakers, better microphones, because the group is getting so big outside. Right? So God's money stays with the community. Your personal money is your personal money, right? So thank you for your blessing, Spider-Man, Spider Monkey. My question is, if there's money involved, is it more valuable? It's more about love. Okay. It's more about love. It's more about people feeling unconditional love. The end. Money or no money, unconditional love is the goal. Right? Here's the thing. If you're doing unconditional love and no one donates, you're still feeling it. So you're still happy. Okay? So of course, if you feel unconditional love, are they feeling it too? Because sometimes you feel it, but why aren't they feeling it? You're not playing the singing bowls loud enough. Right? The way you're doing, they don't feel connection. So you have to cultivate yourself so that people feel something. My name on Insight Timer, Tanet. I guess I'll type it in. Let me see here. Okay. Heart value exceeds psychological value. But this is why I don't talk in the term. I speak in a way, I speak more simple, because when we start, so that's, in summary, unconditional love is beyond mental perceptions of love. You can dress spiritual all you want, but people might not feel love from what you're doing. right? Is this the real surrounding sound? No. This is the real surrounding sound. We're at the ocean now. The lake. Breathing in. And so when you ask a question, you see I'm actually answering it where it makes sense. I'm not beating around the bush talking about some kind of, philosophy or something that seems like pseudo spirituality, right? Because I needed it to make sense to my heart and that I could study it and understand it. So I'm not answering you just random stuff because I needed it to make sense to my heart, mind, and existence so that I can take fierce action. And it's sometimes really hard to find teachers that are peers. So that's why I'm extremely grateful to have the teacher that I have who never charged me money for teachings, healings. And that's why I'm just extremely, you can say the word elated. And that's why when I'm on here fiercely, because where I come from, the teachers are fierce teachers who are highly disciplined and focused. They wake up to serve. And that's why when you see me get on, I'm very focused because this is a big deal to me because it's what I live for. But you got to learn to live and feel it within yourself first. Passion is natural. You don't try to find it. It reveals itself naturally as you follow the thing that excites you. The passion becomes natural. How do you find within your traumas? Can you be more clear about that question, please? Because how do you find within your traumas? Trina says, money and the lack of authenticity is why I left the church. There's a healthy balance between money and love. You have to lead with love, and the money is second. But oftentimes, a lot of it is more about being seen giving that money. Authenticity is rising to the top nowadays. That's why I'm extremely grateful because I'm trying to share with you it works because I can't believe I'm where I'm at right now because in the past it took me 3 years. Okay, it took me 3 years to be partnered on Twitch. Right? It took me 3 years to get 15,000 followers on Twitch to get partnered. And when I jump on TikTok, in 2 months, it just wait. But of course, over the 4 years that I'm on Twitch, I learned so much about connecting, getting the best microphone, getting the best lens and camera, finding the best setting, right? Because it looks fancy, right? But look, right? You find a way to make your own decor, right? You get this and then you put the light in yourself. And I'm trying to share with you so that maybe you will be inspired to do your thing, to do your part. Do you think liars can be forgiven? Absolutely. People lie because they grow up with liars. But we're not, right? Because if they knew to speak the truth, they would. Some people grew up with really manipulative father and mothers and auntie and uncle. And some people, lying is a part of their culture. But we can always do the right thing. The way you forgive yourself is be honest and do the right thing. But here's the catch. Lying to save a life, it's not that bad because you're using these words to save a life. If you steal medicine to help somebody not pass away, that's an honorable thing. But we're not telling you to be a thief. It's just more like, it's more about helping people. Because if the med store is missing one bottle of medicine, they're not gonna go broke. But when one life passes away because that one person influences 100, maybe 1,000. Yeah, it's more about the intention, but of course, this is the tricky. You can lie to yourself that you're stealing to be like Robin Hood, but instead, you ain't. You just want to eat a T-bone steak every day for dinner. This is why those people, our respect for people with money is different. You know what I'm saying? There's some people with money who are egoic, and there's altruistic people. I'm vegetarian. Is this Thich Nhat Hanh photo behind me? Yeah, I got it. So many monks are my teachers. Many philosophers. Right? So my main teacher is a Buddhist monk. What food do you eat cooking? I just make sure that I don't overeat. I make sure that my body feels good. I make sure I sleep good. Okay? Just pay attention. Like, many people, oftentimes we try to eat perfect. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Some people, being vegan works. No, I'm not vegan. I'm not vegan because it makes me happier to not read labels on every damn thing. I like balance. But some people, they're willing to read labels and do. That's what works for you, right? I'm not trying to convert people, and I'm just saying I'm doing the vegetarian thing because it's what works for me. And if you eat meat, that's what works for you. Because telling somebody it's wrong to eat meat when they're enjoying it, it's not the healthiest thing because they're doing what works for them. But if you have health issues in your gut, right? You have a digestive issues and your body has illnesses, you gotta watch out what you're putting down, what you're eating. Because sometimes you're doing something. It's like if your lungs hurt and you're vaping. If you can't sleep but you're drinking coffee or caffeine at night. Like, duh, you're not. If you can't sleep but you're watching YouTube in bed. If you're highly stressed and you don't do anything to ground you. You ain't going to nature. You ain't meditating. You ain't going to the spa. You ain't getting a massage. Right? You ain't talking to your cats and dogs. You ain't talking to your grandma. You're not looking at the sky. You just stress and then you go and have a quick Jack and Coke. Can I have a triple bacon cheeseburger, please? Let's see here. As a Catholic, I'm curious to know what about the faith you feel most connected to. I feel connected most to the faith of unconditional love. Because in unconditional love is in every culture. It's the way you practice. There are good Christians and bad Christians. There's good Buddhist people and bad Buddhist people. It's not about the religion. It's about the individual and the way they practice what they believe. Right? Because why do we remember Jesus? Unconditional love. Buddha, unconditional love. That's why we respect him so much. Like they were willing to still help people even though that person wanted to destroy them. They were willing to love people even though people betrayed them. Wow. And that's very honorable. But of course, if there's more unconditional loving people and practitioners, they can't get all of us. That's why they're trying to shut this thing down. It's hard to control the propaganda on here. You got religious people talking. Spiritual is on the rise. People uniting. People learning about unconditional love. They're not fighting over the scripture. They're not battling philosophy. They're learning to unite and talk about love. That's a threat to the system. Right? A threat to the system is a united, educated, intelligent, aware people. Because when we're aware of the corruption. We're aware of right and wrong, good and bad. And we'll stand up for it too. Remember the hippie movement that got corrupted by people putting substance in their community and making them seem like, if you know, you know. Anyways. Guys, stay under the radar. You gotta stay under the radar. This is why keeping things pure protects your community, protects you. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't private message. No money. It's just if you donate, you donate. You don't donate, it's fine. It keeps everything clean and clear. Okay, let's see here. I'm reading some of the posts. Do you ever block people who often... Sometimes, the thing is, people who ask offensive questions, sometimes they've never been in a supportive community and they're looking for attention from a loving leader, from a loving people. Because sometimes they've been hurt, and hurt people, sometimes they have the tendency to do the wrong thing because they've been hurt. And so we have to have the patience to hear each other out, But if they're aggressively being disrespectful, but if they're not, you can tell. Some people, they troll with an open heart and mind, and some people are just trolling as a hobby. They just come, troll, and leave. They spam and spam and spam. Jesus to the top, Jesus to the top, Jesus to the top, Jesus to the top. Sit down, bro. I love you, but we need to have a two-way communication. I listen to you, you listen to me. I talk to you, you listen, you talk to me, I listen. Respectfully. Right? A little bit more flute. How are we feeling? Is there a significance to having your head shaved when it comes to your teachings? I shaved my head. Well, first, before I was bald, I had dreadlocks. Just to be honest, just to let you know. Okay, I had locks before shaving my head. I don't know if, I shave my head because it saves me time so that I can be here with you. When you wash the locks, it takes about 30 minutes to dry them. I just got rid of the time to do that. So I get to serve more efficiently and effectively. And also I'm aware I'm not a monk, but my disciplines and my practices are very similar to and so whenever I'm in the shower, I just shave and I just feel the bump. So it's kind of meditative for me. As I'm showering, I just shave, and then it's meditative experience at the same time. How long? I'll be on here for what? 30 more minutes. Okay? Not too long. Also, being bald is a sign of detaching from your image and your ego. Because I'm not using my image to get you to believe my views. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it to save time. I'm doing it for my discipline so I can make my life work. Yeah, and so when you ask questions and I answer, it's I do my best to answer every question except political ones, because I'm not here because politics is divisive to unifying communities. And so I let them politic in political streams, because it makes the mind noisy. My view, your view. I just practice the non-politic called unconditional love. Well, thank you for being here. I'm feeling a lot of sadness today, and not. It's okay. Your mind is sad. You can watch your mind be sad. Then you can see why is your mind sad. Everything affects our body, mind. But when we observe and we pay attention, we'll know why. Not sleeping enough makes you sad sometimes. Sleeping too much can make you feel depressed sometimes. Eating too much of something, eggs, or can make your hormones unbalanced and affects you. So every detail, pay attention to your life. Do you know Dr. K? Yes, I know Dr. K. But I don't follow Dr. K because when he speaks, I don't feel his heart speaking. I feel his head speaking. He's teaching philosophy and knowledge, but the wisdom, it comes from here. Because many people showed me, I've listened to Dr. K, it's fine. Eggs and also, and eggs will make your energy, right? So I'm extremely selective of who I listen to, because if you listen to practitioners who are not practicing from their heart, then you also you're going to learn how to not operate in your life from the heart, which is why you do have to be very, very selective of who you listen to. That's why you got to ask the questions. Like if they don't even allow you to ask the deep questions, are they real? This is why when people ask questions, I answer, because this is how you engage and connect with the community. And the more you eloquently and answer in a way that's from your heart, people feel it. Because why? You feel it. And if they answer from their head, you're aware of it too. Because before you can learn to speak from your heart, you start from speaking your head. This is the beauty of doing the work. We're more alike than different. Do you have any book recommendations? It depends on what you're working on in your life. Okay. I don't read very much now because people are a walking book of teaching. But in the past, I did study many audiobooks and teachers. When does the student become a teacher? When they decide to. It's just really difficult to be a teacher because sometimes in the beginning you feel like no one cares or they don't take you seriously, because you're learning how to master the art of teaching also, while you're learning to master your own mind and your existence the best you can and be humble. And there's a lot of, distractions and ideology and philosophy, discernment, all these things. Any tips on stopping panic attacks while dealing with grief? Your mind grieves. Your mind and the body has panic attacks. Be more present. Trust in the moment. Know that this is the mind wanting to have a panic attack, but you choose relax. The mind still wants to trigger you. The trigger, it comes from here. The more you focus on what's more practical, breathing in positive energy that relaxes you, releasing the fear. It takes time and practice and discipline for you to believe that you're breathing in relaxation. In the beginning, you're like, it doesn't work, but you keep doing it with faith and devotion. Love in, releasing the fear. Don't try to fight the mind. Just know love. Easily said in the beginning, but this is why I said devotion and practice, discipline. If it was easy, I wouldn't have to be here to tell you the details and the practicality. Because a lot of people talk too much about philosophy, but they're not teaching discipline and practice, what to actually do. There's so many people on TikTok here talking about philosophy, but they're not teaching the practicals, which will help you, your action. They're not teaching action, which is why I'm like really, because it worked for me. Huma says, most people have years and hours of experience as a learner and as a receiver of teaching, but very little experience of learning on how to teach others as a giver of knowledge. Because as you start teaching people, the people will start throwing Jesus at you. They start testing you if you know the Buddha's teaching and knowledge. They will call you a black magic. They will call you a charlatan. There's going to be haters, but guess what? That's part of the journey. Let's see here. How can I help friends who I think are abusing substance? Love, consistency, the truth. The truth is what many people don't want to say, because the truth will hurt the ego, but the heart will open because it knows. Like, many people know if you're addicted to some substance, you know it's bad, but you don't want to hear it. But if somebody who deeply loves you tell you, look, I love you, I want to see you happy, and I want to see you be free from the substance. Hearing the truth that's painful from a loving person is so impactful, because people who deeply trust you deserve the truth from you. But instead, we just don't say anything. And so, when we speak the truth that's uncomfortable, but we're not here to attack them. We're here to say, look, I care about you. I want to see you be happy and not addicted. But I understand where you come from. You have pain. I'm here to support you with the truth and support you by being sober. Like if you want to be around a sober friend, I'm here for you. Which is why the people in the Mystic Village all used to do the Jamaican herb and other substances. But so you have to replace it with something. Like sometimes when you hang out with your friends, why does there always have to be the herb? Why do we always have to drink? But if we just replace it with what? Tea drinking. When I hang out with my friends, what do we do? This is a different dopamine. Cảm ơn Thầy. Welcome. Thank you for your work. And again, I also used to partake in these substances in the past where I could not conceptualize, why would I quit? Because the love within your heart, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature, the Krishna consciousness, it's already within, but you're looking so far from it. You just need to relax and just be, but being around other people who also enjoy just being. Helps you to stay away from the substance. Helps you. Hey, shout out to Bung Bak, to all the Houston Mahayana monk on Sinat. A lot of Houston people on here, surprisingly. Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật. So when we're on here and our energy becomes very noisy, because I'm engaging with the chat and people feel free to ask questions, but sometimes it becomes very noisy. We have to practice our discipline. But if people feel they need deeper healing, there's mantras, modern mantras, ancient mantras, Christian mantras, Buddhist mantras, right? A modern mantra. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Hallelujah, hallelujah. But if the energy becomes very bad, then you'll start hearing it. Gade gade bara gade bara zangade bodhidava. Mani vime mani vime mani vime Namo Bhagavate Vada Guru Vaduriya Vada Yara Vada Yara Vada Yada Yadam Vada Jiva Jima Vada Jiva Jara Mugade Vada Yadam Vegan Jiva. There's a tool for every situation, but if you just decide to be a servant of the universe will show you all these tools that will help you cut through the ego. And sometimes you just have to take the hit that day. Sometimes you have to be willing to take the hit. Right? Because sometimes, like the last time I got sick, the energy was very bad. Because sometimes you have karma and people throw energy and you cannot avoid it. You have to be willing to absorb for God to. Because when you absorb, it's not even you. Your body absorbs the energy. Your mind absorbs. But your Buddha nature, your Christ consciousness, your true nature is pure, uncorruptible. That one gave me a headache. Right, if people are looking for more of the Jesus flute, I start doing this style. If I see more Hindu yogis in the chat, if I see more people attuned to like the Indian, right? I bust out the Bansuri. we'll get, how do I truly let go of resentment? Thank you for all the blessings, by the way. Sister Soshi Garcia, Irreverse, Gerbert. Thank you so much, Stacy and Jules and Sarah, Queen, Fantasia. Thank you for all the blessings again. When I'm in the flow, I just, so I just gotta let you know. Kalesi, thank you so much for your presence. How do you truly let go of past resentment? How do you I don't know if I want to answer that question, because I think that may take away from the flow. I could always explain it, but we're in a more spiritual talk flow. If we start talking about how to make, ooh. What is resentment? Can somebody define resentment for me? Like I'm like holding negativity for somebody. You want to see me dance? Holding a grudge against somebody. I had resentment for my mother in the past, because my mother was very verbally manipulative and toxic in the past, okay? The way I realized the people who hurt you have been hurt too. If you're gonna hold resentment to your abuser, you have to have resentment for the person that abused them too, which is a lot of people, right? The abuser has been hurt by their mother or father, uncle and auntie, people they grew up with, their environment, their community, their country. If you're gonna hold resentment for that person, you gotta be angry at the person that hurt them too. Is that the kind of life you want to live? And so I recognize it's not healthy for me to keep, like, I didn't ask, why is my mother, why is somebody toxic? I didn't want to ask that question, because you have to have a big heart to look beyond your abuser. Compassion. Right? The people that cause you pain, who caused them pain that make them cause you pain? So you have to have big enough heart to recognize their suffering. Haters hate because something happened to them that make them a hater. Abusers abuse because something make them abuse, some pain, some sadness. Sometimes no one hurted them, they are just mean. There's always a cause and effect. No one is just mean. Cause and effect is the nature of, this is what the Buddha taught. This is like cause and effect. If somebody hurts you, you feel pain. And when you feel pain, how do you deal with it? Some people partake in the Jamaican herb. Some people cope with video games. Some people become addicted to the adult content and OF. Some people cope with eating a lot of chicken wings. Extra ranch, please. We don't want to hear that, because for us to recognize that the people that hurt us, something happened to them too, it humbles us and makes us realize if somebody had love, they won't hurt you. If all these people that hurt you, if they just simply had love, they wouldn't do the wrong thing. If people just got what they need, they won't need to go stealing. And they won't be jailed. But that's not the nature of this human experience. Karma. What about the part of myself that still feels like an injustice happened? An injustice did happen. But do you want to let that injustice beat you down forever? Or do you want to be free from the pain of injustice? It's your choice. Never forgiving makes you hold on to pain. When you get tired of holding on to the pain, you will let go. And your wings spread. But it requires so much love to forgive the people. They don't deserve my forgiveness, says the ego. They hurt me, they don't deserve my forgiveness. And so you walk around with this energy inside. And every day you smile and do everything normal, but inside there's a smoldering coal in your heart. And in your eye, you carry the eyes of somebody who's been hurt and abused. But you could forgive and let go and be free from that. I used to be that person. That's why I'm sharing with you what I did. Because if you never forgive the abuse and the pain, you just continue carrying it. Ew. Like imagine every time you don't forgive, you just keep carrying more. Right? You just keep carrying more. You keep carrying more. And so as you get older and you don't learn to forgive, the amount of stuff you carry is so much that it makes your body sick. It makes your mind sick. It makes your body sick. It makes you feel low energy. This is why when people who don't forgive, their shoulders are very tight. They have a ton of wrinkles because why? They're in pain. So they're trying to channel that somewhere, and so it comes out with scrunchy forehead looking like the bottom of the ocean. Right? Wrinkles happen, their skin gets dry, they're always grumpy. Right? And it's hard for them to get along with people. It's hard to like be good friends with them because they're moody, and you don't want to be around moody people because you're trying to live a happy life, and moody people really throw you off track. And then they wonder why they can't hold friendship, because why? They're holding on to pain from when they were 8 years old, and nobody taught them how to let go. And every day they go to work. They don't even know the issue as they don't just let it go, because nobody taught them. People in pain are good people to milk and make money off. They'll give you $55.55 reading. People in pain, they'll get a crystal healing, but they don't learn to let go. They'll go to the events, they'll go to the sound bath, but they still don't forgive, because this is the hard truth that doesn't really make money. What makes money? Doing things to put a band-aid on it. Sound bath band-aid. You go to Thailand, vacation, another band-aid, and then you come back, oh, pain's still there. New boyfriend band-aid. Ew, bad energy, boyfriend dump you dump boyfriend. There's no good men out there. There's no good women out there. Oh, the men are bad out there. Oh, the women are bad out there. And you wonder why so many people are unhappy, because they don't even know how to love themselves. And so on a weekend, let's go to the metaphysical shop and get an obsidian to protect our energy from the EMF. I need a new orgonite pendant to protect from the 5G now. Good marketing. Instead of learn to let go, because in a moment, you protect your energy. But when you're in your head, the EMF affects this thing. And when you're in your head, you absorb it. When you're present, your aura protects you. Why? How do you activate your aura? Love your damn self. And do it consistently. But this talk, you see how this talk is not profitable? There's nothing to sell. There's no package. There's no like, come to my Patreon and get this. I'm just giving it to you because I want to see y'all do good. I'm tired of seeing all these spiritual communities trying to make money from sad people, because they're just trying to pay their bills. And so instead of really deeply helping them now, we throttle the knowledge that doesn't even lead people to true happiness. It makes them a part of a spiritual cult, but that true happiness and fulfillment may not even be felt. But some people may, right? Some may. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but a lot of it just makes people part of a spiritual cult. And that's okay too, because that's part of the journey. Right? Being part of some cult, like many people are part of the Hindu cult, Nityananda, right? The guru, and then you catch the guru sleeping around, or like the yoga studios, and a lot of spiritual communities now are surrounded on what? Plant medicines. Another new thing to worship. The medicine is within, but it doesn't sell very well. There's no tithing you need to do to love yourself. You just need to give yourself time, devotion, and connection. Tied with meditation. Tied to your life with going into nature and loving your damn self. How about a little flute? How do you take the steps to fully forgive? One day at a time. When you fully forgive, you don't feel the pain. You don't feel the fire burning within. You just decide, I'm going to help people now. I'm going to serve my brothers and sisters. Thank you for all the blessings. Divine, Desi, Irish, Shakti, Jaber, Anna, Anthony, Jazzy, thank you so much. Trina, thank you for all the blessings. It's okay if you cry. Sometimes we're just looking for our people for a long time, and we didn't expect it to be right now. Sometimes we're looking for our tribe for so long, and we don't expect that this tribe is just called humanity practicing unconditional love. That's why, again, that's why it's an honor to be here. That's why it's an honor for me to be with you. It's like, I'm so grateful because I could have turned out any other way. I could have just done this for money. Right? I could be doing Amazon deliveries right now. But somehow, I'm here with you, having the time of my life. I had the time of my life. One more. This one is for my sister, Shokti Garcia. It's just love. you so much, everybody, for a good energy, positive energy. How do you feel? Damn, we're just midday right now. I'm still gonna be on tonight. Damn, we're feeling too good. It's just midday. Thank you for all the love, the gifts, the positivity. Thank you for asking the deep questions. Thank you for trusting me enough to listen, to be here, because I'm just another guru here on TikTok. Crying but peaceful. Hey, shout out to Bonnie. Crying but peaceful. That's a real one. It's nighttime. Oh, okay. Shout out to Ron. It's nighttime over there. So grateful for the positive change. Yeah. No, the thing is, you initiated the positive change. I'm just here yelling at you, love your damn self, and you actually did it. You don't have to listen to me. Many people just listen in one ear, not the other. And I'm so grateful that y'all are practicing. That's why I keep coming on here. I see you making the change. I pay attention to the testimonial. I pay attention to what is working and how to improve it, so that we all can rise together and we become the change we wish to see in the world. Right? That's what matters. Be the change. I want your music from my therapist when I got to a completely different place. And so I'm actually doing the, why you not, because my life schedule right now is not in alignment with Insight Timer, Sister Carmen. Because you have to schedule a live streaming time on Insight Timer, and right now I cannot stick to a disciplined schedule just yet. And so when I get that discipline back, when I get that balance back, then I can schedule a time, because I don't have to schedule this. I just press the button, I'm on. But Insight Timer, you gotta schedule 2 days in ahead. And so it's inconvenient for my flow right now. And so when it gets better, then I'll get on there. Then what? I was just stretching my neck. Yeah, you gotta schedule 48 hours ahead to be on Insight Timer. And if you schedule to be on Insight Timer and you don't show up enough, they'll block you from live streaming. So this is why. So my heart wants to get back to Insight Timer. It's just not in my flow right now. Once the flow is better, then I will make the return. It's just, you just have to know, I love Insight Timer still. It's just, some people on, I don't want to abandon Insight Timer because I love Insight Timer. And it's just more about making your life work. Find the balance in your life. That's why I'm on earlier, because the universe opened a door for 3 hours to be on, 2.5 hours. And I decide, okay, I'll be on live. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. You may see me tonight, and so thank you so much for trusting me to be here. And I know some of y'all still at work, and some of y'all sleeping. I'm grateful for your presence, and I hope you have the good rest of your day. Yes, yeah, I plan to go back to Insight Timer, Sister Carmen, And thank you so much.